folks, and welcome back to Manatap. Today we've got our third unboxing video, which is going to be the Slicing Noose kill team, which is the Drukhari starter set. It's in the wave 3 releases for kill team. It's been out a little while now, so you may have seen a couple of these videos flying about, although I've not been able to find too many. I'm going to get this cracked open. We'll take a look at the terrain, the models, the data cards, and the tactics are included. I believe there's 7 unique tactics to the Drukhari and the 4 regular ones from the main book. So you can have a look at those and sort of wrap your head around whether the box is going to be worth picking up at all. And with that, let's crack on. Be right back. Okay folks, so back with that. First up, straight out of the box, we've got the Fluff, which we'll come back to and have a look a bit at the end there, in case that's important to you guys. On the top of the bag we had the terrain, which is, I have mixed feelings about, although it does come with a suffocation warning, so I really better not put it on my head. But there is holes in it. So firstly, it's weird that the terrain has come in a bag rather than in a actual sprue. I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but let's get a closer look at those. One sec. So just going for the bigger piece. It's very, oh look at that, it's really chunky plastic, but as you can see nothing's been cut. It's already come with flash all over the backs there. Lots of pointless chunky bits. I mean, I must admit I've reserved judgment until now on the Deathwatch terrain. I've seen a lot of complaints online, a mixed bag of people either seem to love it or hate it. I wouldn't say I hate it, but it is definitely of far poorer quality than we've seen on other terrain pieces. So I'm not sure I'd be buying the whole set of these. Although I do like the board it comes on. I think that would take a lot of cleaning up before it was ready to paint. Okay, so that's those. So we've also got Angry Tree Mouth. And another Eldar room, which does, in fact, look pretty cool. Although it has some serious mould lines on it. So then we've got a bag of 10 bases, 25mm for the 10 Wyches you get in the box. And our 2 sprues, which are on this really nice kind of midnight blue colour to start with. And their weapons look nice. I really like these daggers. I don't actually know what they are, because I don't know very much about Dark Eldar or Drukhari. But I am looking forward to James getting these built up so we can play against it. So that is sprue number 1. And number 2. So a lovely sword there, like Ivy from the Soul Calibur games. And lots of whips. Less said about those the better. Although you would not want to get punched with that. So I'm just going to take a look at the data cards and tactics. Okay, and we're back with the Fluff. So we'll start with the quick stuff, the lovely standard bits and pieces. So we have the instruction manual for the 10 Wyches and the Deathworld scenery. We have some lore fluff for the Slicing Noose, which I'm actually looking forward to reading, to be fair. That sounds pretty exciting, since I quite like the idea of the Drukhari, even if I've never played them. And we've got our standard double-sided tokens, which, again, the midnight blue in colour, I really like. Then we have the missions, both of which I think are really cool. They do require one player to be playing the Drukhari. So we have the matched play mission for 1 to 4 players, called the Casket. Basically, it's capture the flag. There is an objective in the middle, and you collect it and you move it, and whoever is holding it by the end of the game wins. And if no one is holding it, it goes to victory points scored by killing opponents. And there's your deployment zones. Then we have Cruel Intent. Again, somebody has to be the Drukhari. It's a narrative play, so only 2 players, and the modifier is to the on this one is to the wound roll, as the Drukhari are toying with their enemies. You only take enemy models out of action on a 6+ injury roll. Which is why I'm really looking forward to playing this as Necrons, where you reanimate on a 6 wound roll, so that would be pretty funny to put on somebody. And then we have the bonus tactics and the deployment for that. So that's the missions. Then we have the pre-made data cards. So this gets you 86 points worth of Wyches for this kill team, just as stock. So you have Nyx Bloodsilk, who is a witch fighter at 11 points, and she's our combat specialist. We have Valak the Untouched, who is our Hecatrix, so our leader. We have Veshtari the Cruel, who is not a specialist at all, just a bog standard witch. Then we have Ulyss of the Screaming Blade, another witch. We have Thessa Kron, who is a bog standard witch. Melix Veluxis, who is another witch. These names are not fun for me. Pythia Bearball, not Bearballs, which is what I initially thought. Also a witch. And Zala Vex, which is a cool name, standard witch. Shexin the Faceless, another witch. And Bithendrel Carr, who is another witch and a scout. Oh, sorry, missed one. Shexin the Faceless is a zealot, so all of the specialists in this team are geared towards rushing across and getting to melee as soon as possible. As the whole team is, as they have a 4-up invul save in fighting and a 6-up save normally, so they have to get into melee combat or they will die obscenely quickly. Okay, so then we have the tactics. So starting with the 4 bog standard tactics from the core rulebook, we have Fire and Fade, Pray They Don't Take You Alive, Cruel Deception, and Torment Grenade. So the next ones are unique to the box set and only available in the starter set, with Bloodied Grace, Murderous Rivalry, Hyperstim, Hunt from the Shadows, Lightning Fast Reactions, Architect of Pain, and then the environmental one, which is relevant to our Eldritch Ruins, which is Profane the Ruins. So, to summarise, I can see the complaints with the Deathworld terrain. I don't think they're anywhere near the build quality we're used to getting in boxes like this. I've heard a lot of talk online about the stuff being made in China is of far less quality, though if I'm honest I haven't really been playing long enough to know whether that's true or not. But there's definitely a drop in quality on these Deathworld terrain bits. Though it is a lot cheaper buying them in the kill team boxes than it would be picking them all up separately. I love the models for the 10 witches you get. I think they look awesome and their weapons look brutal. If you want a kill team that is going to get up close and personal and wreak some real havoc in the middle of a game, then these guys and girls will definitely do it for you. The trick is going to be getting them into combat without having them drop dead before they get there. But with the combat stims they get and their dodge ability when they do get there, it shouldn't be too difficult. The tactics are also very good. I didn't talk about those today because I thought I'd keep the video length down a little bit and you guys can just pause and read them for yourselves. I'm sure you're smart enough to know whether they're any good or not, and I don't play Dark Eldar, so I can't really give you too much on that. But they're there to read, as are the missions. So if you like the video, I'd really appreciate if you'd subscribe and follow us on Facebook. There'll be a link to that in the description below the video. I've got a little bit of news for you about the channel. We will be recording kill team battle reports, with the next one being recorded in about 4 days. So once that's edited, that'll be up for you guys to watch. I believe the first round will be Dark Angels versus Admech. So we're quite looking forward to that. And we're in the process of working on a narrative campaign which we're going to record called the Fall of Arcadia. So there's a lot to look forward to there. So hit subscribe and be the first to see when those videos do come out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope Kill Team goes well for you in the meantime.